He cold. This brother is cold. Close that door right there, son. Take your headset off. Lay it. There you go. And close that door.
Can we look at your document before you expose it to the world? Thank you. Have we let you look at this, Pastor? Yeah.
Oh, this is it by this one. Yeah, she sure did.
She gave you one copy. You gonna need
I've got another one.
I'm sure. Did he already want? Did he already want?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Give me an account. Welcome, beloved, to this edition of Hear, O Israel. Is I is or is I ain't your brother, Gideon ben Israel. Where is the children at? That's right. Where is the children? Got my grandson up here. That's right. Where is our big mama? What about Paw? Where's Paw? Go out in the highways and the byways and bring all the kinfolk around the television set. Why? We have a special program designed specifically with you in mind. It is entitled, The Word Made Flesh. The Word Made Flesh. And I'm not alone, because on this panel we have the ever-present, the powerful Dr. Curtis Thrasher. We have the soldier from the front line, Mark Johnson. And we have, obviously, a man of wisdom, a man of peace, Prince Zebekiah. I called him up first because in this dissertation, we want to be able to go back and forth, and you all can come in at any time on the comments that I make. The first situation for me this week has been powerful. Having to go to the Capitol and be in an environment by mistake, and of course the Most High doesn't do nothing by mistake, and being there involved in a situation to where my own people turned me in based on lies. And the powerful point is that as I'm walking around the Capitol as a sovereign, a Hebrew Israelite, one who's trying to affect that from a document perspective, I'm feeling as one with the people. My brother and I looking for the Katherine Johnston meeting, anxious because we were late, working and in an environment where we were stained, and of course, as I was profiled, one with dreadlocks. In this scenario, after coming out of the governor's office, the centurions of the governor were sent to me and my brother. After going to the 3rd floor in the registrar's office and coming out, I was speaking to my brother, and I saw a formation of the governor's elite. I thought it was 6. My brother said 4 coming toward me in attack formation. I'm just a brother. I'm in the Capitol. They come and they ask me for my ID. And because I know nobody has told me I've done anything wrong, I've gone through the Capitol before, I've been in the governor's office before, I asked and looked this centurion firmly in his eye and say, "What have I done, sir?" Putting my hand on my ID. He asked again, "Sir, may I have your ID?" And I say, "Sir," looking him squarely in the eye, "what have I done?" He says, "I don't know what you've done." And my response is, "Then why should I give you my ID?" At that point, he tells me, "Sir, you can leave the Capitol." And I say, "I don't have a problem with that, sir," because I had just found out that the meeting was going to be in City Hall. So I step away, and the centurion on my right grabs my arm. And when he does so, because I've been told I can leave, in a reflex action, I snatch my arm away from him and I turn around. Next thing I hear is, "Take him down." Well, the centurions attacked, and all the wisdom and strength and their pride of being a Hebrew and walking around in the Capitol went down in a heap under the authority of the elite of the governor, with men around my neck, arms, being driven into the ground. Well, I was taken off, and my brother, sitting there in amazement, you know, he's saying, he, as the Spirit would have it, goes forward, starts to get witnesses, and witness, as the Most High would have it, one did come forth and witness the entire event. Well, it has been an interesting scenario because as a result, medically, of that situation, I ended up with an inguinal hernia. Not that I haven't had issues, but under the weight of this particular event, this inguinal hernia has been established. Well, I was leaving yesterday from a meeting, my wife and I, and we were driving down the highway, and I feel this pressure like my internal organs are trying to move in areas that they should not be, which is what a hernia is, where your intestinal, the bowels are actually pushing out beyond the perimeter of the muscular protective shell. And in men, because of where our scrotum descend as we become adults, that's a very weakened area where those intestines can push through. Well, I'm feeling this pushing, and I'm putting pressure on that area. And little did I know that I was putting pressure on a nerve as well. I'm driving down Highway 85. My wife is in the car. She's sitting with me, and I'm applying pressure because I feel my internal parts moving. And I began to feel this warmness and this darkness coming over me. And before I know it, I'm out. I'm saying to my wife in my mind, I need help. And she's asleep. And we're driving down Highway 85. I'm out and she's asleep. And as she hears what happens, what she tells me what happens is she heard this horn coming by and then loud and then going off in the distance. And she wakes up and we're 5 seconds away from hitting the guardrail. And she's hitting me and pulling the car back over, and I'm beginning to come through. I don't know how long I was out and how long she was out, and we were ultimately, without incident, as Yah would have it, be able to pull into the gore area on the opposite side of 85, and I was able to fall in the back and ultimately from there go to the emergency room at the hospital. I said all that to say this, that the Most High has a reason for why things happen.